today's the day I'm cutting my hair. Hi lovelies, thank you for clicking on my channel once again, and if you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Chinwe Juliet, and today I'll be cutting my hair. So I've been natural for the past 10 years this year. I will put the date exactly of when I went natural when I'm editing. So yeah, it's been a fantastic journey, and I'll share the reasons why I'm cutting my hair as the video goes along. Make sure you watch to the end, because this is I've come to terms with it already. So I've cut like the front, so it's just like the middle and the back left. So I'm not as emotional as I would have been if it's just like raw cutting my hair. But you get the point. I have videos on my channel that show most of my journey, and I've been on YouTube since 2016, which is pretty much like past, what is it now, 6 years. So most of my journey has actually been documented on YouTube already, so you can check that out as well. What we're going to do first is I'm going to get my water in the spray bottle to spray my hair. This is my hair, it's in twists. I detangled like 2 days ago. So I'll be spraying my hair to show the textures. And in case this video is confusing to a lot of people, my hair is fully natural, okay? But I'm transitioning from thin to thick hair. So what that means is my hair started thinning in 2020, 2 years ago. So I started experiencing hair loss, I started experiencing hair thinning. So as you can see, some parts, I've cut this one already. So as you can see, you know, the difference between the thick and the thin. So the thick part is the new growth, and then the thin part is like what's left. So I've been slowly trimming it for the past 2 years. That's why it's just a little bit left. And if it wasn't because I wanted to record this on camera, I would have chopped it all off like a long time ago, but I just haven't had the time to do it. All right, so let me just set this up, set the mirror up so I can see myself. All right, so I'll be talking about my journey and what it's been so far. And as I said, usually transitioning has always applied to hair that is going from relaxed to natural. But then in this case, we're going natural to natural. We're still natural, we're completely natural. It's just we're going from thin to thick. So yeah, so this is just like what my hair looks like off the bat. It's dry because I've been postponing doing this video for the past 2 days. I detangled 2 days ago, and I've just not had the time to film, because I want to film and then wash, because I've been washing my hair weekly. Let's just begin, and then I'll start with addressing some common misconceptions and, you know, straightening out questions that you may have that you all have asked before. So first of all, I have already cut 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the whole front has been cut already, and I'm just going to show you what the length is after it's been cut. So it's all, as you can see, it's all thick to the end now, compared to these that are thick and then slim. So I'm just going to show you what this one looks like. And I noticed my hair thinning. Well, I didn't notice it, you all noticed it. So people who are like OGs of my channel that watch my channel noticed that there was something wrong with my hair. And I kept getting questions like in 2021, that's last year. I kept getting a lot of questions in terms of comments like, what happened to your hair? What happened to your hair? Did you cut it? What's going on? And I didn't see it. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with my hair. I never saw that, you know, I was losing hair. It seemed strange that people were asking me the question. But then, you know, when a good number of people ask the same questions, especially people who don't even have any connection to each other, you know that there's something to it. So it wasn't until I compared photos before and after that I was like, whoa, what actually happened to this hair? And then I had to start doing investigation. So thankfully, because I have records of photos and videos, and also having a natural hair journal, I wouldn't have even been able to tell that there was something wrong. I would have just thought that people were just saying stuff. So this is what the length of my hair looks like. This is after it's been cut. Oh, it's grown more. Okay, it wasn't this long, like a month ago, but it's grown longer. Woohoo! So it was like on my, what I think it was on my lip, but yeah, it's grown longer. So that's amazing. I will share what I've been doing to my hair and like things that I've added newly to my hair in my next video. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out. So this has been cut, as I said, and then this and this and this. So they're all pretty much similar in length, and then this is like collarbone length right now. I can take down the twist if you want me to. You're slightly detangle. Alright, so as you can see, it's thick all the way to the end, and it's on my collarbone. So this is like a year of growth. Alright, so as I was saying, I will be answering your questions as I am cutting my hair. So the first question is, what is a big chop? A big chop is when someone decides to completely chop off a significant amount of their hair. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to transition before you big chop. You can big chop once you decide you want to go natural, or you could big chop after you transition. It's entirely up to you as an individual. So in my case, as I said earlier, I'm not big chopping because my hair is relaxed. Rather, I'm big chopping the thinning ends because I've been successful so far growing my hair back to being as thick as it used to be. So because I know someone's going to ask me, is it possible to grow your hair? You know, if your hair is naturally thin, is it possible to grow it thicker? Well, it depends on the amount of hair follicles that you have on your head. Your scalp can only produce hair based on the amount of hair follicles that you have. So you cannot magically create follicles. Your hair has to have that. So as you can see with this one, you can see that the hair is thick up to here, and then you can see the thin ends. Can you see that? So when I stretch it, obviously you can see that it is longer, but then it helps us to see where I'm supposed to be cutting off from. And because I have been trimming, I don't have to cut off so much. So this is what we have. This is the thickness. I think I should do it this way so you can see it properly. So you can see that it's thick all the way, and then this is the thin part. Can you see? So I'm going to be cutting here, about here down. Alright? So that is what a big chop is. So the day that you decide to just make the cut, the significant cut, still counts as a big chop. So I'm just spraying some more water so I can see clearly, and as you can see, yeah, that is absolutely easy to see right now. So I don't know if I should stretch it before I cut it. I should just cut it that way. Okay, what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna chop my hair. I'm just gonna cut it without stretching it. But you know it's natural hair, but I'm gonna cut it without stretching because it's quite obvious to see which part is thin and which part is thick. So here goes nothing. Make sure you have hair scissors, like hair shears, not scissors that you use to cut other stuff in the house. Make sure it's like proper hair shears so that it gives you the right cut. Okay, so the second question, I hope that answers your question about what exactly a big chop is. So the second question is the big chop worth it? So is the big chop worth it? Well, I don't know how to answer that, to be honest, because you have to big chop anyway. If not, your hair is still gonna keep breaking off. The difficult thing about cutting your hair when it's all natural and now that it's thin to thick is that you can't even really tell where it's thin because it's all the same texture. So yeah, I see this one now. So is the big chop worth it? Well, you have to cut your hair either way. Like, you have to cut it. So if you don't cut it, handling multiple textures at a time, if your hair is relaxed to natural, is quite difficult. At some point when your natural hair really begins to come out, it gets really cumbersome. Like, it gets really tough. So, but some people are able to do it for like 3-4 years. So it really depends on you, like how good you are at managing your hair with different textures. So in my case, which is natural to natural but like thin to thick, mine is that I'm tired. I'm just sick and tired of seeing the difference between how thick the new growth is and how thin the ends are. So that's why I decided to cut it. And then I also noticed that it would just kept breaking. Like, the hair just kept breaking. So there's really no point trying to keep it. I just told myself there's no point. So I might as well just cut it off so that my hair can look as thick as I want it to. So this is what this side looks like. So this is the length of my hair on this side. It's so cute. So this is what it looks like. Alright, so I'm just going to twist it out of the way. So I would say, to answer the question as it is a big chop worth it? Yes, it's worth it when you are ready and you do it and you're doing it for yourself and you're not doing it for anyone. You are at peace with cutting your hair, and at this point, just like me right now, it's not a big deal. Rather, it's the stepping stone to where you need to go. I decided I was going to do it when I'm ready, and I'm ready right now. So the next question is, does the hair grow faster after a big chop? I don't know where the misconception is from that your hair grows faster after you cut it or after you trim it. What I would rather say is that when you cut your hair, just like I am now, by the time I show my hair loose, it's gonna look thicker because now all the ends that were thin and making my hair look all scraggly are all gone. So when you cut your hair, it just shows the proper health and condition of your hair. When you do a significant cut, it just makes your hair look way much healthier. Ooh, I've still got new growth, like really. See, my hair is like at different stages. All at different stages, all growing. Some are still short because by the time the year ends, my hair is going to be thicker than this. So it just shows that I'm taking care of it properly now and things are beginning to change. So, to answer the question, does big chop make your hair grow faster? No. Your hair still grows at the same rate. There's nothing special about cutting your hair to make it grow faster. Alright? So, the other question was, how do you do a big chop? Big chop is basically finding the line of demarcation between two textures and then cutting it off. That's if you're transitioning, but then if you're not transitioning, then you just cut off all your hair. So in this case, the best way to do it is to wet your hair first. Well, not really wet your hair, but like make it slightly damp, because when your hair is slightly damp, you can easily see the difference. As you can see, my texture is coming out. And make sure your hair is detangled, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Make sure your hair is detangled. So yes, this is pretty much how to do a big chop. You just find the line of demarcation where the textures are different and you snip, snip, snip. So I'm choosing to do it in smaller sections so that I could get everything, but I could have done it in larger sections as well, and then continue to dust off the ends if I noticed any ones that I missed. But then I don't want to have to do this multiple times, so smaller sections are better. So you can see how thick the ends of these are. Alright, so a little bit about my hair journey, just in case you are new to this channel and you've never seen my face before, or maybe you have but you just never found my channel. Let me just give you a brief history. So this is what my hair used to look like. I had thick voluminous hair. I started my hair journey in 2011 and it was a spontaneous decision, to be honest. I was sick and tired of, I'm just gonna put this out of the way. I was honestly sick and tired of relaxing. Like, I hated chemical relaxers. I would always cry, you know, because it burned. Like, how can you not cry? Like, it burns. And I just thought, there has to be a way to take care of my hair without having to put these things in. Even just from the way they smelt, apart from how they burned your scalp, it smelled dangerous. So it didn't make any sense to me. And like, can you see? So right before I went natural, I went to the salon just for relaxer and touch-ups. And I just remember, because I was in uni at the time, and I was still in the UK. And I met the stylist. I told her what I wanted, and she told me to sit on the chair. So I sat there. But what I didn't tell her was I had washed my hair the day before, because I had seen Good Hair by Chris Rock. So it was about that time, during that period, I came out as a documentary. So I saw it and then I was like, oh my gosh, is this the chemicals that they've been putting in our hair? Oh, this is dreadful, this is disgusting, I'm not going to do this again. But then I watched it, and even though it gave me the information I needed to actually take the first step to not go for a relaxer treatment again, however, I didn't go ahead to educate myself on how to take care of my hair when it was natural. So I was stuck in this position where I had new growth. You know, I had about 2 months worth of natural hair growth and my relaxed hair. So I was tired of straightening, because I used to wear weaves at the time, and then I would always have a leave out. So I was tired of straightening it was the front. I was tired of straightening my natural hair to blend, and I just didn't know how to care for it. So the day I had to wash my hair when I took out the weave was a disaster. I was struggling trying to comb my roots, because I didn't know I was supposed to comb from the ends to the roots. So I would be tugging, and I was just regretting the whole decision at the time to go natural. So that's why that was the wash day I had before I told myself I'm going to the salon the next day. So if you've had chemical relaxers in your hair before, you know that you should not have a clean scalp when you relax your hair. When you have a clean scalp, it's double the pain. I just wanted to touch up and, you know, get on with my day. So I sat in the chair, and before she split my hair into 4 sections, and before she finished the front, whew, boy, I remember it like yesterday. It was so painful. My eyes began to turn red. I teared up, and I just told her that, look, we need to wash this out right now, that it's burning. And she thought, oh, I was joking, but I was like, now, like, we need to wash it, because she hadn't even finished. She was still at the back, you know, she's still trying to go, you know, small section by small section. And I was like, look, it's burning, it's burning. So we quickly rushed down, and by the time she's washing my hair, parts of my scalp had any burns. So there was obviously no hair there anymore. Remembering this, like, it feels like yesterday. And I just remember just being there while she was washing my hair with my head hanging over the sink and just thinking, never. And that was it. And once I made that decision, like, never again, no more relaxers, no more touch-ups, I told myself whatever it was I had to do take care for my hair whichever way it would be. That was what I was gonna do. So right after the relax, there was this viral photo of me that you probably seen online already. It was at the same period that all this happened, and you could tell from my face how frustrated I was. Like the whole having my hair that damaged, the color had changed. You know, people ask me, did I dye my hair? You know, why is my hair darker now that's natural compared to when it was relaxed? That's because the chemicals change your hair color. So the chemical relaxers changed my hair color from this to that, to like brown or burnt brown. So that's why it looks like that in the photo. But when you stop putting chemicals in your hair, your true hair color shows up. Your hair begins to thrive, especially when you begin to take care of it properly. So that's when I began to do my research, and you know, here we are today. So I've had my shares of ups and downs. I definitely think I need to do a video about like what I've learned in the past 10 years of my journey being natural, like what I would tell anyone going natural now. I think that's a good idea, just to let people know what to watch out for, because I have been through a lot. I have done it all. I have, yeah, when I say I've done it all, I'm right. Okay, apart from coloring and bleaching, I haven't done that. But I have done those weird DIYs where you walk around smelling like onions, or you walk around with bits of maybe aloe vera in your hair and looking like you're suffering from a serious case of dandruff. So I definitely think I'll share my story. So that's how I made the decision to go natural in the first place. You see, this one is really, really obvious. I could just go like that and just cut it instead of going like one after the other. This was the part I was really afraid of because I love the length of the back of my hair, but yeah, it had to go. So this is the length of the back of my hair now. Wow. Yeah, wow. That's pretty short. For those of you who have not seen me with short hair, well, now you have. So the reason I'm putting it in twists is just to make sure that it doesn't shrink and cause single strand knots. So just put it in twists. I'll still take you down at the end of the video to show you the overall look, and obviously I'll do a twist out video too so you guys can see the overall look. Yeah. Wow, that's cute. That's cute. See how big and cute that is? Show you clearly. So I'm done cutting this side of my hair. Now it's just this side that's left, so I've just got 3. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, I have done a lot to this head of hair. I have tried all the magic ingredients, the recipes. Like, I've just done some unnecessary things, and I just want to say, like, it's okay for you to experiment with your hair. It's yours. Do whatever you want with it. If you want to bleach it, dye it, cut it, trim it, relax it, it's your choice. But then the healthy choice, which is to leave it natural, take care of it as it is, the crown that God gave us, I would always support that, and I would always tell you that it's the best way, in my experience, to just see and watch your own hair thrive. You can always wear wigs if you want to wear wigs, but then you can always wear whatever you want to wear in your hair, but always make sure that you take care of what's underneath. That is super key and really important. So I don't judge whatever you choose to do to your hair. The point is just make sure you take care of what's underneath, because even if your hair is natural and you don't take care of it, things can happen. Things can happen to the healthy head of hair that you think you have. If anyone told me that I would go through hair loss and my hair thinning out on me, I would have said that would never happen to me, but I mean, here we are. So it's key that even if your hair is natural, that you take care of it properly and don't neglect the practices that you've been doing to help you get your hair to the healthy state that it is now. Because once you stop, just like once you stop working out, your body begins to change. So your hair begins to change as well. Once you stop taking care of it, it starts to change as well. So it's key that you develop a routine that you can actually stick to. And with life, you never really tell what's going to happen. So it's important that you always adjust your hair routine to your current lifestyle. I always advise that. So if you work out a lot, create a routine where you're able to cleanse your scalp as often as you can without causing high growth fatigue. If you wear protective styles a lot, also get a routine that keeps the hair underneath protected, not forgotten. All these things matter. So I would say that when you watch us YouTubers, I think what's important is looking for people with your hair texture. You can obviously watch people you like naturally, like me. But then it's key to always watch people with your hair texture so you can know what your hair can actually do. Sometimes the products they use may not work for your hair, and also, yeah. And also no DIY can give you 22 inches of hair overnight. So just so you know that, so you're not deceived. Your hair is growing overnight, obviously, but then always bear in mind that hair grows gradually. Except you have the gene, it doesn't grow 6 inches overnight. It will take its time, but you will see changes when you are consistent. I just got everything. So let me just take down these so you can see the length of the hair. It's gonna take me a while to get used to this. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while. And this is like awkward length stage where it just hangs. But it's really cute though. Oh gosh, I can't remember the last time I saw my hair this short. Like, it's cute though. But I definitely won't be doing any wash and goes. I'm majorly going to be protective styling for at least the next 6 months. So I'm not sure you should expect any hairstyling videos from me. Well, apart from a twist out. But yeah, because I want to retain as much length as possible. But then I also want to just like watch my hair grow and see my hair thrive. So this part is going to be a lot more shrunken than this side because this is still damp. But yeah, this is just like a first look. When I do the twist up, I'll be able to see my hair properly for what it is. So yeah, this is it. As you can see, like the thickness is coming back. And it's going to be thicker in a couple of months because my hair is still growing out. So this is my big chop. Okay, I need to do a length check on every side. Or I think I'll just do that when I do a twist out. You know, instead of doing it now. Should I do it now? Okay, let me do it now. So this is the front. Bring out the shed hair because you know I already cut this one before. Alright, so this is, I'll just take off my glasses. So this is the front. So it's already past my chin. And then the side is on my collarbone. It's on my collarbone. So on the One Piece logo. The One Piece logo is like, okay. Actually, it's just right below the collarbone. Yeah. Right here on my chest. I just had to. And then the back should be on my collarbone. The back feels like the shortest part of my hair. So actually it's the same as the side. Yeah, exactly the same point as the side, as this side. When I pull it down as well. See? They match. Matchy. Yeah. It matches. Alright, so that's the current length of my hair. So let me know in the comment section if your hair length is like mine now. Say hi. And yeah, let me show you the back as well. I feel like I should turn around so I can also see it for record purposes. Oh wow, this is like an entirely different look for me. But hair is still shrunken, so it doesn't really like show. But let me just turn around. So this is my big chop, showing my journey back from thin to thick hair. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are as excited as I am for this new journey. I'm pretty excited for this new journey. And I hope I can help many of you out there who are struggling with the same thing. So yeah, so don't forget to live well, live great and pray always. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget to share this video with your loved ones as well. Thank you again. Take care, lovelies. Bye. God loves you and God bless you.